All right, what's up, familia? Welcome inside the pad. Hope you guys are doing good. Keep in between the lines. Got your loads secure. Man, I got a special guest here. I am talking about the lovely, the talented one, Miss Valerie Romero. What is going on, girlfriend?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Just right here. Every day's a blessing, you know?
That it is. Thanks for having me on your show. I really appreciate it.
No, hey, listen, thank you for what you do and for keeping the stilo alive. I really appreciate it. So let's go back. Okay. I'm not much of like a rap fan too much. I know I say that a lot, but I try to keep up with who's out there when it comes to singing and keeping these soldies or these new cover jams alive from the old school oldies and everything. And I've ran into a lot of great artists, people that got a good voice, and I'm like, man, I really want to push their music out there, and they start doing music of their own and everything. And you popped up. You popped up, and I was like, okay. And I saw the thumbnail for the video that when I first saw you,
Mhm.
and I saw it, and I'm like, okay, I'll get to it when I get to it, because I was doing something else. So then I said, like, oh yeah, that's right, man. Let me go ahead and check this out. And I couldn't find it anymore. I couldn't find it anymore. And I was like, damn, I don't remember the name. I don't remember anything. And then it just popped up again. And I hit it. And now I was blown away, girl. I was blown
Oh,
away.
thank you.
I'm talking about the Viejitos, the jam you made, Viejitos. I watched it. I was like, this is my type of heaven right here. This right here. The whole music video, everything that you got going in there, I'm like, this is it for me. This is where I belong. That is what my heaven looks like.
Oh,
So
well,
I was
that
like,
means a lot. It really does. I mean, honestly, I've always wanted to do a music video with all the lowriders. My mom and dad have been on me for ever and a day. They're like, when are you going to do it? Because they've always been part of the car club. So, they've always done the lowriders, and they're like, you need to get out here, get all the cars, because they always do kickbacks and stuff too. And they're like, get everybody in there. And that actually happened to be the car club anniversary. So
mm,
they had everybody out there, and there's like, what better time to do it, when you have all the cars there. So I literally wrote Viejitos and recorded it in like less than 24 hours. I think I was up at midnight writing the song. And then
mm.
I hit up my friend and I was like, hey, can we get in the studio and record this real quick? And my friend Spider was like, yeah, let's do it. So we went in there, in less than 24 hours I had it. So I'm really blessed with the attention that this song is getting right now.
Did you know the music that you're gonna use already?
I had an idea. I mean, on my phone from YouTube, I have like a playlist, of all these different covers that I want to do. And so I was kind of just going through them, and that one popped up, and I'm like, I'm just going to do it. So everything just flowed right at that time.
Yeah, but let's keep it real. I mean, you may use the music right there, but that was not a cover jam. Those lyrics were just badass. But so once I saw that, I was like, okay, let me see who she is, right? And if you guys are wondering what music video it is, it's the link is in the comment section. It's pinned right there, so you guys go tap that and go check out the video that I'm talking about, or that we're talking about. So I went ahead and went on your channel, and I went back. I saw you had a few other cover jams, but then I saw a couple of jams right there. I'm not sure if they're cover songs or not, that are a few years older. And I listened to those as well. I'm like, okay, this girl's got some chops. Um, it's crazy because there's a lot of people that really got that talent. They just need to be out there. Their music really needs to get out there. And because like I said, when I try to keep up with who's out there, who's doing their thing. And there's a lot of great people out there with a lot of good voice and great talent and everything, but they're really not, they're still trying to build and get up there. I'm like, man, you know what? This Valerie Romero chick, man, she's got it, So let's start. When did you start singing?
So I've always sang since I was a kid. I mean, I know that's like everybody's story. I've always sang when I was a kid. The only thing is with me, I don't feel like I really got that confidence until, I don't know, probably my mid-20s, maybe early 20s is when I really started be more comfortable singing in front of people. So I do the national anthem a lot. I was singing the national anthem for a lot of like the MMA fights that would be here, the cage fights that they'd have here. And that was really cool. I mean, there, would be like thousands of people there. So getting that exposure with just going out there and, getting more comfortable being around people where there's just like a lot of people. And then it just kind of spun from there. I ended up getting a job where I actually met a friend of mine that has a studio. And he was like, you know what, let's get in. I got a couple songs. I want to get you on there. And so I kind of started hooking up with him as far as the studio goes. And it just kind of went from there. So
how did they find you to sing the national anthem at some of these events?
I actually had a friend who would go work at the city auditorium down here. And he worked for the people that actually ran the MMA events. And he would go and help them pick or put up the cage, take the cage down and just kind of clean up after the events.
Okay.
And he told me, he was like, oh, they got this girl that's singing the national anthem. And I'm like, well, I can sing the national anthem. It's like, let's see if I can get in there. And then I didn't think he was going to do it, because sometimes people, not because he didn't want to, but sometimes, people be forgetting, especially when you don't see someone for a while. And then he just hit me up out of the blue one day and was like, hey, hit up Natalie. She said she wants you to go and sing the national anthem. So with them, normally they have somebody different do it all the time. Well, after I sang it the first time, I kind of became the girl that sang the national anthem for all their fights.
Yeah.
And then it's been a while since before COVID, because COVID started and I haven't really had anything, but I used to do that a lot, like every couple months.
Is it hard to sing the national anthem? I heard different like major artists say like, man, it's hard to sing.
I don't think it's hard. What I think is the pressure, because people expect so much, from the national anthem. It's not a hard song to sing. It's just the pressure knowing if you miss a word or, you say something wrong, that the entire world is going to criticize you for that song. So
yeah.
It's not a hard song. It's just a song that puts on a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Now you're saying here where you're at now, I'm from SoCal. Let's talk about, where are you from, girl?
I am from Colorado Springs, born and raised in the 719. And
all right. Is your whole family from Colorado Springs? Your parents, your grandparents and all?
Yeah, well, all my family was raised here in Colorado Springs, but my dad's actually from Pueblo, Colorado, and then my mom is actually from Alamosa, Colorado. So yeah, but we've all been raised here. They were raised here, and me and my brother and sister were all raised here too, born and raised. So
I've been to Colorado. I'm a trucker. I've been to Colorado, never to Colorado Springs, just to Denver. I used to go back and forth from here to Denver. And I like Colorado. Colorado is one of those states that just kind of flies under the radar. And I continually tell people like, hey man, Colorado is nice. I like Colorado. I haven't been everywhere in Colorado, but the small bits and places I've been to, I was like, I actually like Colorado. I had a homie that moved out to New Mexico, and he was actually planning to move up to Colorado. He never pulled the trigger on that. But I'm like, you know what? That's one place. If for whatever reason I had to get out of here, out of SoCal, Colorado would be somewhere up there on the list for me. It would. After watching the music video you made, I'm like, yeah, I might need to go down there and kick it with you guys. You know, that's right. If you guys are getting down that way, that's how I want to get down, you know.
You know, like I tell everybody, ain't no party like a Viejitos party. They just had the Viejitos just had like a big New Year's party too. And I mean, they get down. And when I say, you know, it's oldies all day, you know, brims, suspenders, G night. When I say that, you know, that's how they roll. And it's just so cool because, you know, when you see that culture come together, it's nice. It's definitely something you don't see every day.
Yeah. And when you're just saying that, the suspenders and all, hey, familia, she's actually, you know, those are the lyrics that she has in the song. So let's talk about the Viejitos. How did you get, so your parents are part of the Viejitos Car Club?
Yeah, my dad's actually a treasurer for the Viejitos. They've actually been around the Colorado chapter has been around for about 6 years. But the Viejitos Car Club is worldwide. So, and I believe they've been around since about 1985.
Mm-hmm. I will say the Viejitos are here, where I'm at. I've seen them, I've met them, but I don't know anybody like that to be like, you know, hit them up, hey, what's up, or anything like that. But I've met them like, man, hey, cool, feed me a ride, hang out with them a little bit at different car shows and everything like that. And they are a well-established, well-respected car club.
You know, they're real family oriented, is what I think is also really great about it. I mean, every year they have different things, whether it's, you know, a Viejitos camping trip where you know, it's more than just the car club members, the family can come. I know one year it was my daughter's birthday and they wanted to go camping, and let's go camping and we're going to celebrate your daughter's birthday on this trip too. And then they paid for, you know, my daughter's birthday to be in, you know, with everybody there. So it's really nice. They're real family oriented.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Now that you're saying that, again, I've never hung out with the Viejitos like that, but whenever I do go to any shows or anything, they're there. I've said it, they're well established, they're a well-known, well-respected car club, and they keep their rides, I mean, just straight clean, you know, and it's just like, damn, man. But so how is lowriding out in Colorado Springs? You guys got a different weather than we do here in SoCal. Here in SoCal, you know, it gets under 50 degrees and we're complaining like, damn, it's cold. But what's the weather and everything like that in Colorado Springs, the upbringing there?
In the summertime, it's absolutely beautiful. You know, the one thing about Colorado Springs, or even just Colorado in general, you have no idea what the weather's going to be like. In the summer, you're looking at about anywhere from 80 to 100 degrees. So it's pretty nice, you know, in the summertime, you get some rain here and there. But the one thing about the weather is once, you know, it starts to get to that point where it's like starting to get too hot, you're ready for it to cool down, then we get a little bit, like right now we got snow. And hopefully, like, I think today is one of the warmer days. It's about 40 something degrees outside. But we could get all seasons in one day. So
yeah, I got you. It just made me laugh a little bit that you said it's one of the warmer days and you're saying that it's 40 degrees.
Yeah.
If it's 40 degrees here, it's a cold day. It's a cold day for us at 40 degrees. It does get colder, you know, throughout the night and all that, but for the most part during the day, if it's 40 degrees here, that's a rough one. That's a rough one here in most places in SoCal. So do they go out cruising and everything through when there's snow? I mean, once they clear the snow from the streets, are they still cruising?
Not so much in the snow when it snows, just mostly when it warms up. So, but you know, everybody, when they have their lowriders, they want to make sure everything stays clean, spotless, you know, they're trying to show it off. So we got snow on the ground and you're driving through it, you know, you got the snow that goes all over the cars. So they don't normally bring it out until summertime is when you start to see all the cars cruising.
How was it for you growing up? I'm assuming you grew up around the car club. You know how you said it's family oriented. I'm assuming you went to every time they had barbecues and you knew members from, you know, the car club and everything. How was it growing up around all that?
You know what? I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Like every now and again, my dad had a Monty at the time. He would come and pick me up from school in his Monty, and I just felt like I was on cloud nine because I was like, yeah, you know, my dad got this car. It was pretty tight. And we used to go to car shows all the time. You know, I grew up around the car shows all the time and just the oldies. And I'm thankful too. I'm real thankful that my parents raised me like that. And I'm actually raising my daughter like that too, where she's listening to oldies. Cause you know, they don't do stuff like that no more. You don't hear kids listening to oldies. So when I hear my daughter and she's over here singing the words to oldies, I'm like, yeah, I did something right.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, yes. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for, you know, like I said, keeping the whole culture alive and everything like that, because you're right. It's fading away. I do see a little bit of a turn, at least here, a little bit of a turn where kids are starting to pick up a little bit. Because I you know, once upon a time, it seemed like it was just all for nothing but the gang members, right? Many years back, and it's like, no, that's not what it was. It was a culture. But yes, you know, gang members were all in it, but that's changed now, and I would really love to bring all that culture back, you know, without the gangs in it. And, I do see a little bit of a change in the young people, not everybody, but yeah, because a lot of the stuff that I hear today, I'm like, my goodness, man, I don't know what you're listening to. I have no idea. Go throw on some Valerie Romero. Go listen to some real music. So okay, so your confidence came in when you were like in your mid-20s, singing the national anthem and all. When did you start thinking like, hey, you know what, let me start doing some cover jams and getting on YouTube or anything of that nature?
Well, I mean, I've always done that for me though. You know, it wasn't something that I was always putting on YouTube or anything like that. I do it for me, for fun. And then my husband, he's very, very supportive. And he was like, you know what, you sound really good. You need to start, you know, doing some cover songs, put some songs out there. And so that's why you find, you know, a couple of the cover songs on there. And I try to share them, you know, when I feel like they're up to par. There's just, you know, you're your own worst critic sometimes. So I have a lot of cover songs that I've did. I just haven't felt to put them on YouTube just yet.
Okay.
They'll get out there at some point.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand the pressure. It's gotta be kind of tough if you're gonna cover some of these old school original jams. It's gotta be kind of tough because people are always going to judge. Oh yeah, but it's not like that. Oh yeah, but it's not like the original. It's not like the original. I always seem to cut that off and just say like, look, let me see what they got. I'm not gonna judge it, which one's better, which one's not. It's just, is it good? Can I listen to it? Yeah. Can I feel it? Do I enjoy it? I'm not gonna say I gotta pick one or the other. Which one? That's not how I roll. Do I like it? That's it. Do I like it? Can I rock with it? Orale. I can. Bam. I will, and I will with the originals as well. So you know, but I do understand that precious. Like, man, I'm gonna cover, you know, this old classic. And it's like, man, I can understand that pressure. I can understand that pressure. So as a young girl, you know, you always sang and everything like that. What are some singers that you looked up to?
So Mary Wells, you know, Etta James, Smokey Robinson, you know, those are just some of the greats, to, you know, say the least. I love them.
Yeah.
I'd Rather Go Blind. That's one of my favorite all-time oldie songs.
Okay. Yeah, those are all, you know, especially the Mary Wells. I remember listening to a lot of Mary Wells. She's just got a lot of great bangers, man. A lot of great songs. So I definitely, I could see that, I could see that when you're singing and all. So where is it that you want to take this now? You're singing. Are you trying to do any shows? Have you done any shows? COVID is starting to get a little bit more and more in the rearview mirror. Have you done any shows? And if you haven't, would you be down to do any shows?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm always down to do shows. I've done shows before. Not any oldie shows though. I haven't done any oldie shows just yet. Like I said, on with the response that I'm getting from Viejitos right now, it took me by surprise, I guess. Like I said, it's just, I knew that this song was going to be good, and I knew it was going to be especially popular with all the Viejitos, but it's more than just the Viejitos that are loving this song. So I haven't done any oldie shows, but I do plan to do that. The shows I've done, I've opened up for like Carolyn Rodriguez. Do you know who Carolyn Rodriguez is?
Yes.
I've opened up for her. I've actually done some other for like Brown Boy open. Well, it was actually the same show where Brown Boy was there, Carolyn Rodriguez, Lady Pinks was there. So I mean, I've done some other stuff, but it's been more like hip hop, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
But I do plan to do more oldie stuff. So I'm actually working on another song right now too. So I hope to get that out within the next month or so.
Okay. Now you're saying the response of the song Viejitos, you're getting a big response from all, the whole car club of Viejitos. Are they, getting at you saying like, hey, this is badass, girl? I mean, what's the response from them like?
It's an amazing response. Yeah, I'm constantly getting messages from people, especially the Viejitos. My dad's always getting calls, like people, he's like, Val, some guy just called me from Texas, or his friend just from Texas just called and was like, is that your daughter? So it's getting a really good response. So I'm very blessed and excited for that. I'm just excited to see, where it goes and take it as far as that I can.
Yeah. I've never been part of a car club or anything. I got my low rider. I go out low riding and everything, but I've never been part of a car club. Are they all in contact? The chapter out here in California and Texas, Colorado. Are they all in contact with each other?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. They will actually send out like messages or, get in contact with the president of the show and say, hey, we got this Viejitos event that's going on here. Or like they were just all at the Super Show. I don't know if you've seen the Super Show in Vegas. I didn't get a chance to go, but I've seen all the video. And I know Viejitos actually had the largest attendance for cars and actually took over the Lowrider Super Show in Vegas.
Yeah, a buddy of mine was telling me about it. He's all like, man, Viejitos showed up and they took over. They had so many rides out there, and I was like, damn, man, that's crazy. I understand that it is like a big family, that the way you're saying in the song, it's like a big family and all that. Your husband, was he part of the Viejitos, or did he come in? And if he wasn't part of the Viejitos, coming in to you, coming in and being with you, it's like now you're opening them up to, this big family, the Viejitos. How was that?
So he's not part of the Viejitos Car Club. He's actually not part of any car club. We do have a lowrider. We actually have a Monte Carlo, but with the Viejitos, it's only bombs. So yeah, it's an all bomb car. We plan to get one at some point, but those things are expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, we just, we go to the events and hang out with them, but we're not part of the Viejitos.
And was he cool with that? I mean, going, once he connects with you, he's connecting with the whole family of Viejitos and everything. He was cool with that 100% and all that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he gets into all the old school stuff just like me.
Yeah, I when you talk about bombs and everything, it's like I got an 84 El Camino, and that's enough work. That's enough for me because man, when you get to like the old bombs and everything, yes, it gets expensive, but you got to stay on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stay on top of it to just keep it going. And it's like, man, I struggle enough already with this. So it's like, man, but they got some really good, clean rides. That
Yeah.
I will say. Every show I've gone to, I've seen their rides, old school bombs, just crisp, clean. And I'm just like, damn it, man. It'd be nice, but unless you're willing to put in the work,
Yep.
it ain't gonna happen.
It's a
So
lot of work and it's very expensive to keep
yeah,
them up.
right. So I would think it's a way of life. Would you say that?
Yeah, I'd
It's
agree
a,
with you.
yeah,
It
yeah, it's a
definitely takes a lot of love and dedication for sure.
yeah, yeah. So I was just like, you know what? As nice as it would be to save up and get me one, if I'm really not gonna stay on top of it, if I'm really not gonna dedicate my life to it, then maybe it's not for me. So I'll just stick with my El Camino. I love my El Camino, so I'll just keep rocking in that.
Hey, El
So
Caminos are dope.
yeah, heck yeah, man. So I'm riding in that. So what are the main streets to be cruising on over there in Colorado Springs? Here we got the iconic Whittier Boulevard. But there's other places, Crenshaw and Colorado Boulevard in Pasadena. You got different streets and everything, but obviously you got the iconic Whittier Boulevard. What are the streets out there?
We got one.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's the Ave. So when everyone's like, yeah, let's go cruise, they want to go cruise the Ave. So it takes us from like southern, like I know you're not familiar with Colorado Springs, but it's like down southern, or I don't even know how to say it, but like down south, and then it just takes you up through like our downtown area. It's pretty dope though.
Okay.
When you do have everybody out there cruising, it's really nice.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they when it comes to like Whittier Boulevard, it's not the way it once was. When I was a little kid, man, they were cruising out there, and you see nothing but the nice lowrider rides and all that, and it was badass, And I always thought to myself, when it's my time, when I get older, man, I cannot wait to give me a lowrider and cruise it out here.
Mhm.
But it's unfortunate because once I was able to drive, once I got older, we're getting into the late 90s. Although lowrider stuff was kind of out the window, it wasn't where it used to be. It wasn't in East LA anymore. It was down in Pico Rivera. And it wasn't what I saw when I was a kid. It was now people rolling in Honda Accords and Suburbans. The oldies were gone. Everyone's blasting rap. It wasn't about the pride of your car, of the ride anymore. That was all gone. It all just had to do with just gang banging, picking up on girls, and that was it. And I did go cruise it, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be when I saw it when I was a kid. Has it changed like that over there where you're at?
No, it's definitely changed. Like you said, you just don't see that stuff anymore. But now, well, last summer, Lowrider actually held a super show here in Springs, and I want to say it was the very first Lowrider super show here, at least in years. And they had over 10,000 people here for the Lowrider Super Show, which was nice. Like nobody really expected it, just because our car shows have gotten a lot smaller. You don't really see people go there no more because everyone's like, there's just too much drama. They're not trying to be around it or whatever. But yeah, they had a Lowrider Super Show here last year. There was over 10,000 people and there was no drama, which was really nice.
Yes, I would definitely say that. When I was cruising, back like in the late 90s and all, there was drama all the time. Everything was about, gangs and just picking up on girls. That's really all it really was. There'd be a few guys that showed up with their lowrider, but Not really. They didn't want their lowrider to get, damaged or anything. So everyone was out there acting like a straight jackass. So so the lowriders they were kind of pushed off, and they killed it. They killed Whittier Boulevard. There was no more cruising. It was not allowed anymore. Now, whenever they do hold events, they do cruise Whittier Boulevard. Not just quite openly like that anymore, but every now and then they do hold events. They do bring back the lowriders, and yeah, you don't see the drama anymore. At least not the way you used to.
Yeah.
So that's
And it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to get together and have events like that and not have no drama.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Just not just low riding, but even car shows. I went to car shows before. There was drama. I don't really see that today anymore. It seems like the tide has, turned. It's not what it once was, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, because now we can all just really just appreciate each other and see, what we can do out there. And when we get together like that, and just, these car shows are just out there cruising and everything, and one is just kicking it, just watching them go by, listening to the jams and everything. I'll tell you, it does something right here. It does something right here. It makes you, it's just a really good feeling. I'm like, man, you know what? This is heaven on earth right here. This is heaven on earth. So I'm glad it's happening like that over there where you guys are at as well. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, so there will be a little drama here or there, but it definitely isn't what it used to be. Now, living in Colorado Springs, do you guys call it Colorado Springs?
Sea Springs, Box State. That's usually what we go by, the two that we normally go by. You might hear someone say, I'm from the Box States, because Colorado is shaped like a box.
Yeah. I just kind of figured, since you have the state name in the name of your city, you guys will probably just leave that out and not call it the whole Colorado Springs. I was thinking probably just Springs and all, but okay. I mean, there is a California City. A lot of people here in California don't even know that it exists, right? Because it's way out there in the desert, in the middle of nowhere, with a small population. But we do have a California City here. And I always wondered, you guys call it California City, or you just call it city, just among you guys, that live there? If you live outside of there, yeah, I could see people calling it California City. But so people, Colorado Springs, they just call it Springs?
No, just Sea Springs. So yeah, it's just Sea Springs. You said you'll hear a lot of people call it the Box State, but that's typically what they go by. I don't think there's really anything else, at least not that I've heard other people call it.
Yeah.
The 719, you'll hear that a lot.
Is that the only area code there for Colorado Springs?
For Colorado Springs, yeah.
Okay. Is it a big city?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Okay.
I'm not sure how many people here, but it is pretty big. The only thing here is we ain't got no skyscrapers, like a lot of the big cities have, because we got the mountains. So they won't let them build no skyscrapers, because they're like, if we build skyscrapers, they're going to take away the view of the mountains.
Okay.
So our city's not as, our downtown is not as elaborate as a lot of other places.
Okay, I got you. There's a pretty popular wrestler from Colorado Springs. I don't know if you would know him, but Bobby Lashley. I don't know if he's known there or anything like that, but he's from Colorado Springs.
He's a wrestler?
Yeah, he's from there. I just thought I would like to know if he's known, if anybody there, like they all know him, like, hey, that's our guy or not.
I'm not sure. I don't know, but I don't get into sports like that,
Right.
any, I don't really watch that stuff, so I'm not sure. My husband might know, but not me.
Yeah, no,
I just wear the gear.
Yeah, no, I just kind of figured, when there's a town or a city, and there's somebody that really made it to the top and is really known, like everybody there knows who he is, or not knows him personally, but knows of the person. So Okay.
There's only one person I know. I don't really know them. I went to school with them, but I don't know them personally like that. Is Raquel Pennington. She does MMA.
Okay.
I know she's pretty famous in the MMA field.
Do they hold a lot of MMA events there?
Mm-hmm.
Do they?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So how many because you said you were singing the national anthem pretty often. I mean, just in a year, how many MMA events would they hold there?
Oh man. So since I started, I think I would do like maybe once every 2 months or something, 2 or 3 months.
Wow. Wow.
But the
Okay.
people that held the MMA fights here, they also hold those same fights in like other states and stuff. So they always travel.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, we gotta get you traveling too, girl. We gotta blow you up. We gotta blow you up. We gotta get you out there. So you're making music, like you said. You just finished another song, or you're making another song.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
working on another one.
okay, what's the plan for one Miss Valerie Romero?
My plan right now is just to get my music out there, let people hear it, and see what type of feedback I get off of it. If I can get some more feedback like I have been on the Viejito song,
Mhm.
and kind of just go from there.
Okay. Do you just do a lot of music just for yourself that you just keep and you don't put out there?
I do. I have, just because I listen to a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
And so I do have some different songs that are more like hip hop and not so much oldies. So yeah, I have a few songs that I did that I haven't actually, they've already recorded. I just haven't uploaded them yet to my Facebook because I was out of Facebook for like 2 years. And then I just started Facebook again because I did the Viejito song. Everyone's like, I thought you didn't want Facebook. I'm like, I need somewhere to post it.
Right, right.
So I still got some songs that I need to upload that I haven't uploaded yet.
Okay. And how
But if
long
you
you been?
look, huh?
No, go for it. Go for it. I'll
Oh no,
ask
I was
you.
just gonna say too, if you go on my page, there's a song on there called Self-Destruction. That was actually
Mhm.
my very first music video that I did. And that song, it really just, if you watch the music video to it, you'll see on there that it's about, like addiction and just overcoming that like depression and stuff. So I think that touches home for a lot of people. It hasn't really gotten a whole lot of attention. But I think if you actually like listen to the words and watch the video, it can really touch home too.
And I did. It's a pretty dark video. It's a pretty dark video. That's a few years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Did you have some rapper on there working with you?
A rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a remix with Young Bleed from No
Okay.
Limit.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought I saw that. Wait, so how long have you had your YouTube account?
My Facebook account?
No, YouTube.
Oh, a YouTube account? Oh, I
Hmm.
don't even know. It's probably been a couple years, probably maybe 5, 6 years
Okay.
or something.
Okay. Okay. But you're not actively on it. I mean, that's where I saw the video.
Mhm.
I mean, how often are you actively on YouTube?
What do you mean? Like uploading videos and stuff?
Yeah, uploading videos or just, doing different, whatever it may be, either it's music or just you yourself on YouTube or just showing something on
Oh,
YouTube.
I'm always on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
always on YouTube. For a while there, it kind of, I wasn't messing with it a whole lot, but more recently, I'm on it all the time.
Okay. Yeah. I got a chance to see the Viejito dance.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
dance off.
Yeah, I got to see that and I'm like, okay, all right. By the way, it wouldn't be right without me giving a nice big shout out to the little homie lowrider Al, um, your nephew.
Yep.
So how did that all come to be? How did Lowrider Al see the video that I made of your music video?
You know what? That's a good question. I haven't seen him to ask him,
Okay.
but I'm assuming he was probably looking at my video because my nephews, they always show me like so much support, you know.
Mhm.
They're always pulling up my video. They'll call me like, Auntie Val, you got so much, you know, so many views on this right now, or someone so-and-so commented on it. So I'm assuming when he looked it up, your video happened to populate for him.
Okay.
And he sent it to me. And I was just like, you know, so excited myself because I didn't expect anybody to do a review on my video either.
Mhm.
So it was pretty cool. My nephews, I have three nephews, but I have two nephews that are like diehard lowrider fans. Like they're always into lowriders. They're got lowrider bikes. You know, you walk in my nephew's rooms, they got all the lowrider models, and you would think they were actually like teenagers.
Okay.
You know, because they don't got normal little kid rooms. They got lowriders everywhere and all that stuff. So
Yeah, yeah. And then I saw the video where he gave me a shout out. I'm like, man, you know what? Big ups to you, big dog. I went ahead, dropped the post saying like, hey man, big shout outs to the homie Lowrider Al, man, for giving me a shout out. So yeah, he even left a comment on that. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. But when he said that, you know, anybody could be, I could say, hey, you know, hey, my tia. So I didn't know how old he was. And then I saw he was a real youngster. I'm like, all right, man. Hey, right there to Lowrider Al, man. And gracias, Lowrider Al. If you watch this, gracias for the shout out, homie. All right, I posted it, big dog. Keep doing your thing, man. Man, much love, man, to you out there in Colorado Springs, man. So, Valerie, what's the next step? I know we said what's next for Valerie Romero, but now that you're working on this song, after that one, are you gonna work on another one? Do you have a plan of like, you know what? I got so many great ideas, so many songs that I want to start doing and really start pushing it out there? Or do you kind of just want to keep it for yourself, kind of stay where it's at?
You know, my goal is to actually get a CD out there. I would like to do, you know, an old school style CD, not so much with covers. I love to do covers and, you know, I'd love to put the covers out there too, but I want something that's more personal to me. Just like the Viejitos one, you know, it's an oldies beat, but it's my own lyrics. And I'd like to do a CD like that too. So that is my ultimate goal. I actually had some guy hit me up on Facebook today. And he was like, hey, he's like, do you have a CD? He was like, because this is my car and I want to go cruise, you know, listen to your song. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, I wish I had a CD right now, but I don't, but I'm going to at some point. So keep an eye out.
You know what? That'd be down. But also, you gotta make a vinyl record. A vinyl record. I still have a record player. I still listen to my record player.
Yep.
That, Valerie, that would be badass, girl. If you can make a vinyl CD, hey, go make the CD and everything. You know, it's all love and support right here. I'll go ahead and grab that CD. But if we could get that on some vinyl, to just press that needle, just lay that needle just on top of it. Oh man, to sit back and sip on a little Jack and Coke, listening to the record player with all the click and pop white noise and all that. Oh, it doesn't get any better.
You know what? I'll keep that in mind. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Like I've heard a lot of people too, where they're starting to come back.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. In this house, they never went away. They never went away. But to everybody else, it's starting to come back, and that's cool. Come join the party, because on that record player, just oh man, just the way it sounds on there. It's like, it doesn't sound crisp and clean. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It sounds exactly the way I want it to sound.
Yep.
So badass. But Valerie, what are some of your hobbies that you do outside of singing? What are you into? Anything like that?
So I do some modeling. I do modeling. I do pinup modeling. So you'll see, like, if you follow me on Instagram, I just got an Instagram like last week, but I uploaded some pictures. I do some modeling, some pinup modeling. I've done some like charity events for like Baca. It's been a while, but that's the type of stuff I do. I like to be in the community and just helping out, you know?
Right, right. By the way, we're talking before we started doing this, you know, love the Stilo girl, love the shirt, love the hat. You know, it's definitely every time I see that, I get a certain feeling like, man, you know what? Like I feel like I gotta thank them for keeping that Stilo, you know. I still kick it with my homies from back in the day and everything, and ain't nobody looking like that, you know. They've changed their Stilo up, and I kept it. I kept it. At one point, I did change my style up to what it was in the like late 90s and all, but then I went back because I was like, I did it because everybody else was doing it.
Yeah.
You know, I did that, but it wasn't what was in me, you know. So so I just went back to what is me, what felt right with me, which is what everybody sees today.
Yeah. Well, like for me, you know, I dress up in a little bit of everything. Like I said, I do pinups. You might see me dress like in, you know, like rockabilly, have my hair all done and stuff. So I do a little bit of everything, but I feel more comfortable when I'm dressed like this. Yeah. You know, it just like I was wearing in that video, you know, I was wearing my Dickie pants and the suspenders and my Cortezes, or not my Cortezes, but my Converse. And I told my husband, I'm like, you know what? I said, out of all the clothes I got, this is what I feel more comfortable in and confident in. You know, it's like, I know, like, you just got that. It's just, I don't know, it just has like that old school feel, and it's just more comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I saw that video and I'm like, man, I need to be right there. I need to be right there, grilling it up with you guys, man. Tossing back a cold one.
Well, come on down.
Oh man, you don't tempt me, grandma. Hey, vieja,
this
load up
summer.
the ride. Load up the ride. We're on our way to Colorado Springs.
Yeah, well, this summer.
You know what? Yeah, you know what, Valerie, we'll bring it to a close right there, girl. But before we do, anything else that you want to share? Where can they find you? How can they contact you? And any last words that you want to throw out there?
So the best way to contact me would be through Facebook or Instagram. So you can just look up Valerie Romero on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Valerie_Romero_719. And then that's going to be the best way to contact me. I try to get back to people as, you know, as soon as I can. And just, you know, I appreciate everybody that has been enjoying my music and sharing my Viejito song, and just look out for more. Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely got to get you out there, girl. You can't keep those talents to yourself. Okay. You got to, don't be greedy and stingy now. You gotta get those talents out there. You gotta start sharing that. You can't keep that to yourself.
I'll tell you what, you're gonna hear a lot more from me.
All right. For sure. All right. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Well, Valerie, hey, girlfriend, God bless you. Keep doing your thing. Keep making it happen, and definitely look forward to anything else that you're gonna put out there. And nothing but blessings from here going to your way, and support, girl. You already know that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And again, shout outs to Lowrider Al. my little homie right there, man. Hey, familia, we're gonna close it right there. You guys go check her out. Go check out Valerie Romero. She's got some good stuff, and she'll be putting out more stuff. All right. If she doesn't, let's bug her. Let's bug the hell out of her till she puts more stuff out. But hey, familia, you guys go check her out, man. Very talented, and let's get her out there. Let's really get her out there, because I think you need to share what you got, girl. Seriously. So with that, familia, we're gonna close it out. Go check her out. As always, familia, go live your life like you're on the road. Be aware of your surroundings and always keep a safe distance. Blood makes you related, but loyalty makes you family. Until next time, this is Ed the Thecholotrucker for one Miss Valerie Romero.
Bye.
Over and out.